What a day. Welcome back to the PSA podcast. Today we've got Matthew, Richard, Gregory and myself, and we're going to pick a Euro squad, but the caveat is there's only one player from each nation allowed. So 16 men, and let's just get straight into it. Okay, fellas, what positions do you want to start with? Keeper?
Go with the keeper, yep.
Okay. My keeper is Kasper Schmeichel.
Snap.
Haha. Go ahead.
My keeper is Gianluigi Donnarumma.
I had him in.
Snap.
Oh.
Good to see you pick a good keeper.
Good man, think alike.
So do yours.
So I take it you should put him in the bench then.
No. Donnarumma's not on my bench. I don't know. I like Schmeichel. I think Schmeichel's a better keeper. Do you want to pick the best player out of each of those positions?
Oh yeah.
Or are we just talking about each other's teams?
Oh, you can talk about them like.
Yeah.
I think Schmeichel's the one.
Well,
Why? But like,
And that cuts Denmark out for us. You still got, well, I suppose.
yeah, Schmeichel's a great keeper, but I think Donnarumma's the one. He's 22, plays for AC Milan, which would be a bit more than Leicester. He's young. They rate him as the next Buffon.
To be honest, the only reason I picked him because I didn't really fancy any other Italians.
Yeah, well, if you look
So
at
And they obviously he's a top keeper, like, but I just put him in because he was probably the only standout Italian that I really
yeah.
much of from their team. So.
Fair enough. I don't know. I think Kasper Schmeichel's one of the best keepers in the world at the minute. Donnarumma plays in Serie A, which isn't as good a league. He's not getting playing as good at teams, and I think Schmeichel. I originally had Dubravka in, but I didn't have any other Danish players in, so
I had Neymar in, but then if you look at the rest of the
At
German
the
squad,
map.
if you look at the rest of the German squad, like it's a no. But I would say Neymar's probably the best of the Euros, to be honest.
I agree to disagree.
I'm not so sure.
Unless you're going to go Pickford or something like that. Like,
Schmeichel's maybe a bit underrated because of the injuries Leicester's had to the
Yeah.
back end of the season.
Yeah.
He's had more to do, but he's 11 clean sheets, so for me, he's in
Yeah, I think he's definitely.
100%.
This man's got statistics to back everything up. He's got statistics.
Well, I just went 1 week. 11 clean sheets.
stats of Kasper.
11
Check his Wi-Fi up. I'll tell you about Kasper now. I haven't got a sticker.
Since about coming out with ages. No.
See, but me and Matthew's just really sitting here, and like, I've got such and such a player. He's actually like, 33% passing rate in over the past 7 games.
Why do you think I asked for your Wi-Fi password?
You're not getting Wi-Fi. So
That's the way we're talking about every player this is living.
So Schmeichel or Donnarumma? Let's just move on. Left back. I've got David Alaba, Austria.
Good
Gregor?
player.
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw, I like that. United player. Get him in.
For
I might
me,
change. Matthew.
I have Andrew Robertson.
Are you picking my team?
Scouser.
Are you really picking my team? Your team's sounding really good. Like,
You
so
actually got Andy Robertson.
yeah.
Not me.
Let's tell you, it's just
It only took you 20 minutes to pick your team because you looked at his.
I sent him my team.
Copy in the names.
copy and paste.
I'm really worried if the third one comes up.
No, I think David Alba's the best shout out of them. For sure.
I think Robertson hasn't had a fantastic season this year.
Gregory's convincing me with Luke Shaw because of the badge he
I'm
wears.
surprised you're going against Luke Shaw, but I'm not surprised you haven't put Andrew Robertson in.
Oh, he was never a consideration. He was never a consideration.
Well, to be fair,
We have a
For-
list
for
this is the
England.
stats here coming up.
for the England nation, it was a head record. Like, because you've got Phil Foden, who had to sacrifice. I just think like
He was never a consideration for me either.
Luke Shaw this year has just been one of the United's best players.
Was he darn he was in place?
Who's
Oh,
going
100%.
who goes ahead?
Was
of
him
him?
or Chilwell? No way.
He's been
No way. It's Luke Shaw every day.
terrible. he went to Chelsea and he's just not hit the heights that he was hitting at Leicester.
Well, he might not hit the heights at Chelsea, but Southgate might rate him. He does rate him obviously very high because he's flipped it between Chilwell and Shaw the past couple of games.
International football is different. Like, you'll have players that'll play better international football in the way the club, like. So.
So yeah, I think all around, left back's a strong position. Like.
Yeah. No Stuart Dallas. Interesting.
He didn't make the cut.
Didn't make the cut. He's your manager. 2 centre backs. Richard, what do you have?
Delight and Ramos.
Delight and Ramos. Matthew, Delight and Ramos.
I have got Soyuncu and Ramos.
I knew you'd have Soyuncu. Especially after the Leicester beat United, he definitely wasn't making it in my team. Definitely not. Dude. I've got Skriniar and Ramos.
Skriniar and Ruben Diaz.
City player.
Don't rate him. It paid me to put him in. It paid me to put him in, but you have to give it to him this year as well. He's been.
Why have us three picked Ramos?
So everyone's got Ramos apart from you.
Yeah.
I think Ramos is untouchable.
He's a leader, like, as well, isn't he?
Like
Like,
a leader on the pitch, off the pitch.
You're picking Euro 11 yesterday.
Yeah.
If you need an old penalty, like, he's sorted.
Yeah, he's scored more than most of the strikers at Real Madrid this year.
Nice.
No, he's meant.
I went for Soyuncu because he's left-footed.
Mm-hmm.
Left-footed centre half, right-footed centre half. So.
I found out the other day he's a day older than me. That sort of annoyed me.
So that's 35.
He's 47 actually.
He's still playing.
He's definitely meant. Skriniar's had a really good season in Italy. I know he hasn't got the strongest league. He's not playing the strongest league. Obviously playing for Inter Milan. Won the league with them.
Yeah.
So you didn't
And
pick Donnarumma because you're playing that.
I know, but I've got one statistic for this whole thing. That's a 93% passing rating.
He's a defender.
You must be an Inter fan when it comes to the Milan derby. Then I take it.
Well, it's Inter Manchester United. It's all our rejects.
There's always a link with United. It doesn't matter who it is. And it took him 7 hours to pick his team. All he had Nick was United rejects, and he was sorted. Like.
I just went through the United squad currently, and the ex-United players and players we might sign.
None of them play for Ukraine or anything.
This man's dying.
Right, Matthew.
Honestly, I haven't picked any Warrior players, I promise.
Right. Ramos is a certain. I would say Ramos is probably my captain. Out of the squad.
Captains?
No. I'm just thinking, just the team I have there.
I have a team of leaders, like anybody could do it.
You've got team leaders. Fair play to you.
Might not be football. Team of leaders.
You got politicians in there too.
Oh, nowhere near.
Right. Okay. Well, then we'll go on the right back. I've got Joshua Kimmich. Richard.
Yeah, Kyle Walker.
Gregory.
Well, he's left-footed, but I quite like that left back or right back. Yuri Alba.
Okay, Jordi Alba. Okay.
I went for Vladimir Kufa.
Do you put Kufal on every team that you?
Well, he made the Premier League team of the year, so he has to make the Euro.
Was you're picking the team of the year too, wasn't he? Fair enough. Where's he? Ukrainian, is he? Where's he
He's
from?
from Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. Okay.
And I think he made, was it Calgary's Premier League team of the year?
He's definitely not making my team.
Walker made Down Ells.
Yeah, I think.
I think Walker's always good for England. Yes, he's played a lot for City this year as well, but he's pretty solid for England there. Do you know what sort of way? It was between him and Trent, which would have went down really well.
Who?
Yeah.
Wait. Stunned.
I thought.
Chance.
Well.
Trent's the second best right back in England.
Well, yeah. You still stunned?
I'm stunned.
Yeah, probably not on current form, but
No, but like
Take the
he's
Euros.
definitely top quality. Like,
To take the Euros.
I would have him in the Euro squad if I was picking.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Not a chance. He wouldn't get near it. No.
if you look at him last,
Even outside of him being a Liverpool player.
not this year. Look at him last year.
Aye.
No,
Euros
it's-
is this year.
Form aside,
no, it's last year's
I know
2020.
it's 2020 Euros.
So you have to go by the form of 2020.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be in current form though.
I would definitely still have him.
I would have him in the team.
On current form, we'll have Wan-Bissaka in front.
He definitely gives you so much.
Only he has to pick allegiance.
And Southgate likes to play sometimes Walker on the side of back three, so that then opens up that place.
It was probably a toss up between changing Delight to play Stones as well. So
Right. Okay. And you
Diaz has made Stones look, Diaz has made Stones look.
well, to be honest, it would have been Van Dijk, but sure.
He pulled out this morning whenever we were recording this.
That's not
We just spent the rest of the day looking through centre backs.
I rang him up. Was like, "What, you play that? You not left it till at least the next day." Like,
Funny, I voted him after, said fair play. I picked Kimmich because I didn't really think any other German team players were getting in, and I thought I had to have a German player, and he can also play defensive midfield if you need
Yeah,
it.
he plays midfield
He's,
quite
he's,
well.
he's what I would call the Stuart Dallas of this team. He plays everywhere.
I've got a player who can play
He's
everywhere
top
as well.
quality too. He's almost as good as Dallas, I would say.
Close. So is that our defence?
That's our defence. So I've got Schmeichel, David Alaba, Sergio Ramos, Skriniar, and Joshua Kimmich.
I have Donnarumma, Andy Robertson, Sancho, Sergio Ramos, and Kufa.
I have Donnarumma, Robinson, Delight, Ramos, and Walker.
Schmeichel, Alaba, Diaz, Skriniar, Shaw.
I think it's pretty tight for what the best back five is there.
We'll let the public decide.
I've already decided it's mine, but
You know who's controlling the poll. It doesn't matter who's going to.
yeah, there's gonna be some random polls made. 100% of people think it was Ryan was right and Matthew was
Even though
100% wrong.
I voted 100 times, still not even a vote from my team.
Polls open after this podcast.
Right, okay. So I played 4-2-3-1. So what other formations do we have?
Oh, Matthew says I'm playing 4-3-3, but I'm playing 4-1-2-3. So
That's a 4-3-3.
yeah,
Aye.
he doesn't like me playing one. No, that's always like.
Right. What are you playing?
4-1-3-2.
4-1-3-2. Matthew?
And I'm playing 4-2-4.
4-2-4. Bold. Okay. Well, you're going to be fairly
Sorry.
quiet for most of this then. I'm going midfielders.
Very aggressive.
Well, I've got my 6 and 8 is Brozovic from Croatia. That's my number 6. Real strong defender, but he's
I thought you were
decent
talking
enough on the
midfielders
ball.
here. Then.
He's a defensive midfielder.
All right,
Give him on a
sorry.
break.
Sorry.
And Kevin De Bruyne. I had to put him in, but I really didn't want to. Who's your 2 midfielders?
My 2 midfielders are Højbjerg and Kevin De Bruyne.
Where's Højbjerg from?
Højbjerg's from Denmark.
Interesting. Has he been?
Real warrior, real, like
Where's-
golden midfielder.
Where's he play? Like what we're at? Like what club?
Spurs.
And then obviously De Bruyne alongside him, just because as you say, you can't have a team to do with Europe and not have Kevin De Bruyne, no matter what formation you're playing, fit in there somewhere.
Trust me, I tried.
I'm sure you did. But I think they would complement each other well. Højbjerg can, he's been fantastic for Spurs, sitting in and sweeping up and tackling and breaking things up and just kind of sitting right in front of the back four. So with what I have in front of that, you're definitely going to need somebody to sit and do that. So
Okay.
he was one that I wanted to try and fit in. And then, as you say, De Bruyne is a must, playing from whether it be either side, number 8, number 10, whatever it is, he's a must have. So.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Who's your 3?
So in front of the back 4 is Kimmich, because I think he's far better there than he is in defence. I say he's the best young player at that position there is at the minute. Very, very good.
In the world?
In the world, yep.
Okay.
In front of them 2 is, like everybody else, De Bruyne and Modric.
Ooh.
And the reason for Modric
Is he
is
still playing or is he
I thought-
wheelchair
Yeah.
now?
I-
retired?
The reason for Modric is that he's lethal.
Yeah, and he got on Ballon d'Or in 2018. He's runner-up in the World Cup at Russia. For Czech Republic, he's probably one of their best outstanding players. Like,
I think we may have to check that one because he might be retired.
I was about to say, is he retired from international football? Is he in your book?
I don't have a clue. Keep going. I looked the book.
Let's check the Euros book.
Do you think he's retired?
I thought he was retired from international.
I don't know.
He's 30.
Well, there's some players in this book, because it was probably printed last year, that are in my squad but not in it, if you know what I mean.
Right, okay.
Keep going on with Greg.
What do
Sorry,
you-
I'll have
what
a
do
wee
you have?
flick through here.
What do you have, Greg?
I'll name 2 centre midfielders. I'm playing a defensive midfielder and a attacking midfielder. Defensive midfielder is Thomas Soucek. He's been brilliant for
So
West
check
Ham.
Brendan for West Ham, yeah.
Brilliant for West Ham. Him and Rice have been a really, really good midfield.
See
I'm
Czech
realising,
Republic?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm realising quite a lot of Premier League players in there, but all the best European players in the Premier League.
Pretty
And
much.
then I was a toss-up between Tielemans and De Bruyne. You're going to laugh at this, but
Oh, we are.
I went with De Bruyne.
I was joking
Last
earlier
minute.
on about Tielemans too.
Yeah, last minute. But watching
I said
Tielemans last night,
Czech
he was
Republic,
not
so he
good.
plays for Croatia.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Czech Republic player on my team. Turned to the Czech Republic page and was like,
I don't recognise any of these guys.
I'm surprised you never.
I was
No,
going
right.
about them, I didn't bother.
Yeah, he's in the book.
Yeah, I think
Sticker number 360.
Oh, he's 360, he's definitely in
He's
there.
a feature of mine later on, so he better not be retired.
Right, okay.
No, I
We'll take
went
that
with-
back. He plays for Croatia. I don't know why I said Czech Republic.
We'll do a wee VAR on that in the editing.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Slow it way down and speed it up again. For Czech Republic, he's probably their. For Czech Republic, he's probably their. For Czech Republic, he's probably their. For Czech Republic, he's probably their.
He's in the book, he's in.
Virgil's not going to the Euros. He's in the book.
Who?
He's injured.
It's not his fault. He's injured. Like, no.
It's not my
Blame.
fault either, but Jordan Pickford's.
If you're going by that, there, I know a player that you will have on your bench that's not in the book, or he might be starting and he's not in the book because he's only came back from retirement.
Oh, I don't have him.
Oh, I'm surprised because he's a reject from United.
Reject, he's a legend. He's a hero.
I'm trying to be fun personally too. So.
Not long.
Right, so is that
Okay, so Modric and who's the other one?
De Bruyne and Kimmich?
Okay. And did you put Tielemans in or De Bruyne?
No, De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we all went for him. Like, so
Rejecting De
De Bruyne made everybody's team then.
Yeah, you can't really go past him.
What made you think Tielemans?
I don't know. He had started well for Leicester, but it's dwindled. I think the whole Leicester squad has dwindled. So.
Fair enough.
they're better
so
than
you're
Paul-
saying
Paul
that they're
Jones
saying that Leicester have dwindled, but they beat United 2-1 last night.
with United's reserves.
Doesn't matter. Still Man United. If they're good enough. If they're good enough to pull on a starting shirt for Man United,
When you had Matic and Mata who were both over.
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Leicester
mid
still.
30s to 18-year-olds,
All teams can have good days.
Yeah.
17-year-olds.
Yeah. Liverpool's won a few games.
Arsenal's into the top half.
Bad teams can have good days. Also in the top half of the table.
When we play Chelsea at 8, that could be a cricket score.
You played Chelsea, mate. Anyway, don't mind.
Cut that.
I've got 4-2-3-1, so I've got 3 now: left wing, attacking midfielder, and right wing. On the left, I put Mbappe, France. Anybody else have him in the team?
Yep.
Mate.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody put him in. Fair enough. Was there any other French players you considered?
Lacazette, but he wasn't in the book.
I wonder why he wasn't in the book. What about anybody think about Pogba?
Did.
Anybody?
No, wasn't even. Well, like if you're turning, like you flick into the book and you see Mbappe, like you can't sort.
Yeah. But Pogba plays really, really well for France.
Yeah.
He's just very inconsistent at United, but
Yeah.
he plays very, very well for France now.
Yeah.
I was playing maybe Toyin over Lloris, possibly Varane,
I thought about Pavard at one stage.
but I'll let them go.
But then we're going down the same route as Germany, sticking in Neuer, and then you're ruling out quality. You know, as a goalkeeper position, if you know.
Yeah.
What I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think that was the hardest part of the whole time.
Well,
Fair.
I was trying to go through the nations. Going,
Oh, I thought you were
I
saying
would like
keeper.
have 3 or 4 of these players. What can we
Yeah.
do?
Yeah,
And then you're trying to find another player from a different nation,
yeah,
which is maybe only half as good.
yeah. At one stage in my building, I ended up with 2 Turkish players, so had to start again. Okay, well, I had Mbappe on the left, Hakan Çalhanoğlu as the attacking midfielder. I was really trying to shoehorn Bruno in, but then on the right, I stuck Cristiano Ronaldo on the right wing. I know he mostly plays as a striker now, but I don't see how he doesn't make it in. He's obviously not in your team because you've got Ruben Diaz.
It was a toss up between those two. And
I think Ronaldo has been every Euro team. For like, if you look at the stats on him, for
Yeah.
I think
So he's in yours then too?
Oh, he's in mine, yeah.
Matthew?
He's in mine.
Yeah. I couldn't.
It doesn't
You couldn't
matter.
leave him out.
There's I just thought there was too many other good centre halves that could play to not rule out Ronaldo. Honestly, I thought
I would play a bang average centre half just to put him in the team.
he doesn't. Ronaldo doesn't really do the stuff for Portugal though. I think he can scare in the big
scored
stages.
a hat trick at Windsor Park in 20 minutes, and we were 2-0 up.
But that's not in a in the finals.
Yeah.
Like, once
I
you get the
think
Euros
you can
or
just switch it
World Cup,
on. I think you can just switch it on for Portugal. Like even
They can change a game. Like, was it they were 2-0 down against Spain, and that was the last World Cup of the Euros. Came back 1-3-2.
that game at Windsor Park, every time he got the ball, everybody chanted Messi at him, and it just we were 2-0 up. Then we got a man sent off, and he scored a hat trick in 20 minutes. Unbelievable! Like to see him in the actual we can say he can play off the right, play through the middle. He seems to give it for Portugal. I think he probably gives it more than what he's doing for Juventus at the minute. But
They still was he 27 goals this season for Juventus. It's not bad. It's like for whatever age he is, he's still not doing too badly.
especially like again, we're talking about set pieces.
if you're watching, come back to United.
on a free.
On a free is right.
It probably cost him 100 million
Do you
sign
know
on.
the phrase that he watches this?
Does it?
He does, yeah.
It's not the fat Ronaldo, no.
I take R9 Ronaldo too. I would take R9 Ronaldo too. And then Çalhanoğlu as your as my attacking midfielder, set piece specialist, good on the ball, and I was also running out of countries, and he is a quality player for AC Milan.
Yep.
We were talking about how to pronounce his name earlier, so I've got that out of the way. So. What do you have, Richard?
whoever has to pronounce it.
What do you have?
Mbappe on the left, Ronaldo on the right, and through the middle, Lewandowski.
Okay. As a one striker up front.
Yeah, well, yep.
Okay. Well, is there another player missing then?
No.
No.
Are you playing 4-3-3?
Yep.
Oh yes, you have 3-3. Greg, what do you think?
So, well, my home midfield was Sorchet and defensive midfielder, and ahead of him was De Bruyne.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you get the laugh here. So, Sané, I know he's not really been good for, and Dan James.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I like you. I always liked you, mate.
I don't know what it is. Dan James, he just his speed, lightning speed, like.
Why did you not pick Gareth Bale? No?
Yeah.
Over Dan James?
Yeah.
I can feel, I can hear, I'm stunned, ringing in my ears.
Yeah.
I can't wait to fall off the chair.
I just wanted to see what Matthew says about me having Dan James and Leroy
Matthew's
Sané.
genuinely actually speechless right now.
I just
I you guys know what to say.
I hope it doesn't take a drink of water. We could be here all night.
I don't know what to say.
I'm stunned. I have no idea. Dan James in the Euro, in the best 11 starting for the Euros.
Yep.
I would say we're lucky he starts for Wales.
So who else?
Who
Who would you have ahead of him that I haven't picked?
What countries do you have picked so far?
I have Denmark, Spain, Portugal, Slovakia, England, Czech Republic, Belgium, Germany, and then Wales.
France.
Picked Mbappe.
Mbappe, France. What countries are left? Holland? Any right wingers in Holland?
I was
Depay plays off the left.
Yeah, I was flirting with him, but
Remorse.
I was over Mars. That was a year or two ago.
Dan James at the minute.
Do you want me to check if he's in the sticker book?
He's not in the sticker book.
You don't think so?
Over Mars isn't in the sticker.
There's bound to be legends. There's bound to be a page for legends.
For legends.
Thierry Henry.
Nah, he cheated the Power Republic out, didn't he? No one likes him anymore in internationals.
And you always threw a spanner in the works for Dan James there.
Dan James,
I just like the speed because if you had him and Mbappe on either side, I know he doesn't do much and he doesn't create much, but
So if we're telling me that there, I could have named like a GB 100-metre runner in my team for speed.
I don't know. I definitely don't think
it was
Dan James
probably
gets in front of Bale. Like I don't think he's the best in his own country. Never mind. Like Bale's played very few minutes this season in the Premiership, and he's already got 10 goals plus.
But if we're looking at international football, he seems to do it for Wales.
I just think Bale's lazy. I just think he does what he needs to do, but he doesn't give 100%.
Yeah, each their own. That's why it's your own team.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's allowed to be wrong.
Except you.
So moving on from that bombshell of Dan James, stunned. Strikers, or have you named anybody yet? You've got 4 up front. My one striker up front, my one up top is Lewandowski.
Good choice, right?
You had Lewandowski too, yeah. Who's your 4?
Mine is Mbappe on the left, Leroy Sané on the right, and Ronaldo and Lewandowski.
No Dan James.
No.
Dan James was in the mix, but he just missed out to Mbappe.
That's
a bold choice, Matthew.
That's got turned into the Dallas escapade. Bigger Dan James.
Dallas would make the team before Dan James.
Well,
I can't remember what it is, but I think I agree.
Yeah, he probably would.
I think we're seeing a repeat of quite a few names now, aren't we?
Yeah. So does everybody has Mbappe, everybody has De Bruyne, does everybody have Lewandowski?
No.
You don't. Everybody has Ronaldo apart from you two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does everybody have Dan James?
No. you,
Can't believe you're the only one.
you might be on the bench.
There was only 2 players in Wales that I was tossed up between.
Who's the second one?
Ramsey
and Bale.
and Bale.
Okay.
I don't think I looked at Wales.
Fair enough. I'll
I think-
take the manager.
To be honest.
Just doesn't have to.
He's not even going to
Football
make.
match.
How long?
He's not gonna be
If
there.
Van Dijk can't make the Euros because he's injured, Giggs isn't making the for. We shouldn't even talk about that.
No.
We just said you know who.
Yeah.
I don't know who the manager is now.
I don't know either. Yeah. Have we named your full 11, Greg?
No.
Who's your last players?
So, the last player was Zlatan.
Zlatan up front on his own, or with a 2 with.
kind of working with Mbappe
Okay. She a wee bit of chemistry
and
there,
Dan
do you?
James. Yeah,
And Dan James.
I couldn't play with both.
Was that Dan James?
Yeah,
Can't believe Dan James.
I don't think he's made out of the group stages.
Right.
Dan James has been broken and is on the way home.
Have you ever watched Dan James play for Wales?
I would say I've
He
probably
stands
watched
out.
every minute for Manchester United.
From Manchester United, that's enough.
Yeah, but he doesn't get really a sniff. But
There's reason
for
for
Wales, you want to see him play for Wales.
that.
And this
Yeah,
one
yeah,
thing
he
we're based
he
on-
has played well for Wales.
we're based on
Yeah,
international.
you defended him well and you picked him in your team for
Yeah,
reasons.
fair play.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I like a good bullshit. Just not that one.
I can't believe you turned down the United player. Like it's just.
I'm a wee bit. It was a wee bit inside me that's hurting, but
It was great. You were jumping inside, and then you forgot it was only him. Okay.
have we named your whole team?
Yep.
Okay. Named your whole team? Okay. We'll go through them one more time. Starting 11s. Greg, what's your starting 11?
So I had Schmeichel, Alaba, Dallas, or Diaz.
You said
Yeah.
Dallas, or did you?
You did say Dallas.
Did I say Dallas?
You had him in the head.
I tell you, he really wants Dallas in his team.
So Diaz, Meunier, Shaw, and then Surchek, De Bruyne, Sané, Dan James, Ibrahimovic, and Mbappe.
We sort of brushed over Sané there too. I have no idea how he's doing in Germany. Absolutely no clue, so I can't really say much. Has he been good? I thought for City, I think it was a silly thing for City to sell him, but
I think he struggled.
they won the league, so what can you say?
He struggled
Yeah.
after his injury, but
Yeah,
he still got the quality.
yeah. Fair enough.
What's the old saying? To have forms temporary, Gaz is permanent.
That's true. That's why Dan James is there.
That's right.
Richard, what's your full team? Full 11.
Donnarumma, Robertson, Delight, Ramos, Walker, Kimmich, Modric, De Bruyne, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Lewandowski.
I think that's a mint team. Not that yours isn't, apart from some bits.
Please vote for that team.
Please vote for Richard's team.
Vote
Oh, is this like a Eurovision thing?
for Dan James.
08764.
Give £10 to Richard.
£10 to Ryan, 2 studios, and plus your network charge.
I do think we should post these and have it as a fantasy league for the Euros, so you get the most points.
You have your
I
team
think
to
we
go start.
will.
Yeah.
I don't think your right winger's getting you many points.
Well,
I'd be interested to see if he does start in front of Bale.
I can't sub him.
True.
I
Fair
can
enough.
45 minutes and then.
I not even get a point then.
Fair enough. Right, I think that's a good idea. Actually. I think we should do that. My starting 11 is Kasper Schmeichel, David Alaba, Sergio Ramos, Milan Skriniar, Joshua Kimmich, Brozovic. Just checking they weren't from the same company there. De Bruyne, Mbappe, Calhanoglu, Ronaldo, and Lewandowski. Matthew.
Mine is Donnarumma, Andy Robertson, Soyuncu, Ramos, Kufal, Højbjerg, De Bruyne, Mbappe, Sané, Ronaldo, and Lewandowski.
Who's your holding midfielder again?
Højbjerg.
Højbjerg. Who's your holding midfielder?
It was De Bruyne.
De Bruyne,
Kimmich.
Kimmich, and Brozovic. Out of all of them, I'd probably have Kimmich in my team, but I have him as right back as defensive midfielder. But I chose against that for Brozovic because I think he's meant to. I don't think Harry Bird. He's a bit of a destroyer, like, and it's a
destroyer, Michael.
yeah. I don't think he has the
He's got
quality.
4 by stand up front doing them.
That's
He needs
true.
someone just to write a few
He's
bytes
gonna,
out.
like, absolutely kill him.
I put him in there to supplement the rest of the team.
Okay. Were you thinking about fantasy league whenever you were putting that in? Just having all strikers?
It really wasn't. I was just going on imagination.
Fair enough. Right, well, we'll move on to the bench. Is that okay?
Yep.
Everybody have enough? Move on to the bench, and first place on the bench is I have a substitute goalkeeper. Everybody have a substitute goalkeeper?
Yeah.
Matthew. If you got something, you have.
It's not 5 strikers.
He's not really true.
I have a sub goalkeeper. I thought I'd keep the bench balanced, so I put a sub keeper in.
Fair enough. Richard,
Schmeichel.
goalkeeping coach, Schmeichel.
Schmeichel.
Okay. Greg,
Chesney.
Chesney. An Arsenal reject.
He's on the bench. There's a reason why he's on the bench.
You hope Schmeichel doesn't get injured because we don't share
he
team
does,
sunk.
you're sunk.
I was wrong.
I honestly don't. I think Fabianski could start ahead of him,
I think so too.
but it's all up to the.
I think
I don't know who's been doing them. I don't know who's been doing them for their qualifiers, but the way Fabianski's playing at the minute,
Matthew,
Tim Krul.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
penalty specialist. Fair play, good shout.
Shout, yeah.
I've got Sommer, Jan Sommer.
Yeah.
I picked him because he's a good good keeper and Switzerland, and I wasn't going to put an Arsenal player in. I wasn't putting.
I wouldn't put one in there.
Jack, would you?
No.
Right, okay, and I've got one centre back, 2 midfielders, and a striker as my other bench spots.
I've
I
got
have 1 defender, 2 midfielders, and a striker.
1 defender, 2 midfielders, and a striker.
But it's the same.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll just go with my defender is Victor Lindelof, Sweden. I had to put a United player in somewhere.
Mine's is Alaba, but reason is because he can play left back, centre back, and hold a midfielder.
Okay.
Same.
Alaba. Okay.
Defender.
Yeah.
I was running out of ideas at this point, so it was Spinoza or Spinzola.
Okay. He's not a centre back, is it? Is he a centre back or is it?
He's defender.
Just general.
Yeah, general.
Clean up anywhere. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
He's the Italian Stuart Dallas.
The Italian Stuart Dallas.
He wishes.
He wishes he was right. No, Lindelof was mostly there for me because once against Sweden, I didn't put Zlatan in, and I was sort of running out of countries. The countries I have left after the rest of my team is Finland, Russia, Ukraine, North Macedonia, Scotland, and Andy Robertson wasn't going in. Czech Republic, Hungary,
Mike McTominay, is it? Is he not going in? No.
Italy. No, he didn't make the squad.
No.
Didn't make the squad. He's not on my plane.
He's on the boat.
He's on the boat. So yeah. So who's yours?
David Alba.
David Alba. For the same reasons as Richard.
Yeah, because he can cover various positions and he is obviously
He
extremely good.
started for Ryan, didn't he?
Possibly
started for me,
could-
yeah.
Possibly could start.
Yeah. I think the reason he probably didn't start for me is because he can play all over the back line and hold a midfielder, so
Fair.
why not?
Okay. That's grand. Fair enough. Two midfielders. I've got Gareth Bale and Frankie de Jong. Richard.
You've already put me in the spot. I tried to say this name. So the first one is Gareth Bale, not
Yeah.
hard to say, and then Shannon Onglu. Is that it? Not bad. Not
That's
bad.
Not bad. We'll let you away with that. You're not getting slowed down.
No, thank you. That's why I said it so quick. The reason is I picked him, set piece specialist, playing really well for AC Milan. A lot of people say he's like Ozil
Yeah.
in the younger sort of days, so
Yeah. I'm not Ozil now.
no.
Fair enough.
Probably a lot of people don't know him from Turkey Air, like as well. So.
Probably not. He's AC Milan, isn't he? There was talk of him coming to United last year. So I did a wee bit looking into him last year.
Why? BBC had him up 2 years ago. He might come.
Like the 300 players in each every year. Matthew, who have you got?
I have Luka Modric and Glenn Kamara.
Okay. Where's Kamara from?
Kamara is from Finland and he signed obviously for Rangers from Kilmarnock, which was 50,000.
50,000.
Player clip.
He's been excellent. Really came through in Europe for them as well and is playing at the Euros for the first time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
And linked with Arsenal.
linked with Arsenal and Everton as well, I believe. So there's a lot of noise around at the minute, so I thought, yeah, I'll throw him on the bench. It's
If he's any sense at all.
But it's funny, like when you rate these players because they are playing Scottish football, it's hard to see them jump into the English
Yeah.
Premiership.
It is,
Do you know,
that's
like
why
it's
if you watch them in Europe, it
Yeah.
kind of gives you a little bit more of a.
it's different. Like
Steve,
it's different. Like the Stevie Davis played in the Premiership, had been to Rangers, now went back, but. You'd be funny to see Stevie Davis going back and playing in the Premiership again. You wonder would he be as good? No, he's a lot older, like, but
Your mate Kieran Tierney hit the ground running.
yeah, and then he
Injury.
get busted. He came to Arsenal injured. What a signing! I don't know how you even pass a medical and then he's out for like 8 weeks. Like,
The other one is Luka Modric. I don't think really there needs to be much said.
no,
Fair enough. As long as he's not retired.
Yeah.
he's in the book.
He's in the book. He's on the planes. Fair enough. Richard, who's your team?
Gregory.
Or sorry.
Sorry, I'll keep you right, Ryan. I
Richard.
can't get the country's name. You can't get the people's names right. Must be this side.
I know all the footballers.
Is this side
but
of
I don't know any of them.
Is this side of the table?
That's my cue to leave me.
See, I locked myself in a room just looking at computer screens and football all
I
day.
bet you that one will be edited out. It'll be like,
That's cunt.
That'll be outtakes.
can you just say that again, David?
So, Gregory.
Yes, I had John McGinn and Stephen Bergwijn.
Okay.
And it probably hasn't really done a lot for Spurs this year, but I think Mourinho sort of.
I honestly couldn't tell you if he's even played for Spurs.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched Spurs very much. I've just watched Mourinho capitulate and that's it.
Yeah. I think Mourinho just didn't like him really, but previously he was playing well.
Yeah. Was it Mourinho signed? It wasn't Mourinho signed him, was it? It was.
He must
They
have.
decided he didn't like him.
Yeah.
Just as he signed.
Yeah. 2 games in, it's like, not for me.
Didn't even play. Didn't.
Okay, and strikers. My striker on the bench is Harry Kane.
That's a very good. Yeah.
Matthew?
My striker on the bench is Harry Kane.
Ooh. Richard?
Zlatan.
Zlatan? Greg?
This is one I struggled to pronounce. Roland Solari or Solani?
Turkish?
Hungarian?
Hungarian?
Never heard of him.
You can edit this bit out.
See, to be honest, I struggled. Not that I struggled with this. If you put the two people beside each other, you'll laugh at why I even thought about this over. But like you go with Zlatan, 118,
Shally.
118 appearances, scored 62 goals. To this other player who doesn't even play in the Premiership, no plays in the next tier down. But in international football, he scored 10 goals in the qualifiers. Can you think of who I'm talking about?
Who plays in the Championship?
Next year he's playing in the
Is he a
Premiership.
Brentford player?
Next year he's playing in the Premiership. Has done it in the Premiership. He scored 10 goals. I think he's the second or third highest in qualifying. So if you like the way, if you took the way
Was that your two choices for your sub?
yeah,
Between
but like if you look,
Zlatan.
but if you look at Zlatan, it's a silly like you're probably sitting looking at him and going, why am I even looking at this? But like Zlatan hasn't played, I don't think, one qualifier, but's pulled himself out of retirement because Sweden are through. While Pukki's probably played every minute for Finland.
That's a real toss-up. I'm not even sure I would put Zlatan over him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's only Zlatan because if you look at it, he's scoring.
Yeah, 'cause he's Zlatan.
Yeah, and he's like it's just even that figure. You know, that sort of way. Like if you're struggling, you can take your Kimmich off and go him up top with Lewandowski. Do you know?
Yeah.
You see with the way he plays. While Pukki, but he's done it in the Premiership as well. Pukki, like, you know, like
Yeah.
I think when the first year, pardon me, when he came up into Norwich, I think he was in everybody's fantasy team for about the first five weeks, and then he lost it.
Did not score a hat-trick at Anfield?
Yeah, he's played really well. I think he's.
That's a good shout.
I think he went missing, and then it was just when I was like looking through who was like the top goal scorers and like Chambers, and he'll be back in the Premiership next year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a good shout. Yeah, I like
So
that.
you went for
Zlatan,
Zlatan over
just over like if it'd be like going, it'd be like
Picking Dan James instead of Bale.
Zlatan's done it everywhere.
Yeah.
He's won the different.
like I think the last thing the Euros 16, like he was good for Sweden. Do you know that sort of way? I think they played the Republic. He scored against the Republic in that one as well. So like, he's just a figure. Like no one needs like if you're looking at a leader to come on, and so it was tough. I'm not just like it was tough.
Yeah.
It's like putting a player that you don't really know much about because he plays in the Championship. He's played in the Premiership. He's in and out.
Yeah.
But again, it's like a David Haley for Northern Ireland. When he was there, he probably started every week. And he scored most of their goals.
Yeah. Fair.
That's what he's doing for Finland. So.
No, I put Kane on the bench and I really struggled between because I can switch Kane and Lewandowski out straight away.
Yeah.
But you know, I really struggled to figure out which one was better. I think Lewandowski.
I think
is the best
Lewandowski,
striker in the world.
I think
And I think Kane could well be second, the second best striker in the world.
Yeah, I think you're your two best number 9s in the world at the minute.
And that's why England was the easiest choice for me because he's the best English player. I think.
Cavani
Yeah.
down there, no? For number 9s. On recent form.
Who?
Cavani.
Is he left from Uruguay?
I know,
Yeah,
but
just
just
general.
Oh, in general. Oh,
what's
sorry.
in the world.
Yeah,
In the world.
Um,
I think he was at one stage.
Yeah, maybe not in the world. I don't think Cavani isn't in the same bracket as Kane and Lewandowski, but
Yeah.
he might be in the next one.
I think he's.
Top 10.
I think.
They've been top
I
10.
think
Yeah,
in
the top
in
one, I would say.
the whole period of his career, he's better. But at the minute, right now, maybe a step below. But like I think statistically, he was over the past 10 years, he's the third most goals and assists in the world behind Ronaldo and Messi. So I think he's undoubtedly in that bracket, just not at the minute.
If he had to move to England earlier in his
Yeah,
career,
I'd like to see him at United.
I would have
loved him 5 years ago.
6, 7 years
Yeah.
ago.
like he's playing in PSG. The French league isn't great. And
Yeah.
PSG just pretty much walk that league every year.
Yeah.
So if you had seen him in England, where it's tougher, like you can see he's doing the stuff now, but he's genuinely fit for
Yeah.
his age. So I think it's,
Yeah, he's definitely up there, but I think Lewandowski and Kane are in terms of number 9.
I think
At the minute, I think they're in a totally different league from everybody else.
You're right somewhere.
I'm the only one who doesn't have a Scottish player.
you know.
Yeah.
I was thinking if I had to pick Robertson, I was actually thinking about Marshall only because of international, not because of his Championship. He's done well for Scotland, like, but you couldn't go past Schmeichel. I thought, even if he wasn't starting, and I
couldn't put Schmeichel to one of Højbjerg the Destroyer.
See, I was struggling with, like, if you look at Italy's team, there's no one jumps out at you.
No, there's not.
No
The
one.
only one I thought about
Donnarumma
was I only thought about Donnarumma and Immobile.
Like, there's no one like.
But like Immobile
Like,
wasn't.
I even tried to think about, like, I watched them play.
Come on, Ryan, you slipped up there.
I thought about him. Nah, you couldn't.
That's worse than
You
John
couldn't
James.
put Darmian.
Yeah.
You couldn't put Darmian in a team.
Like, they played-
I honestly believe that he should be in it.
They played Northern Ireland there, sure, back in March, and I can't even. There was no one outstanding. Like.
Okay, so just name your bench, and then we'll go through the full squad. So actually, we'll just go through the full squad. Matthew, what's your full 16?
My full 16 is Donnarumma, Andy Robertson, Soyuncu, Ramos, Kufal, Højbjerg, De Bruyne, Mbappe, Sané, Ronaldo, Lewandowski. My bench is Tim Krul, David Alaba, Luka Modric, Glenn Kamara, Harry Kane.
Okay, Craig.
Schmeichel, Alaba, Diaz, Skriniar, Shaw, Shortcheck, De Bruyne, Sané, Dan James, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Mbappe, subs, Chesney, Spinzola, McGinn, Ronan Saleh, and Steven Bergwijn.
Fair. Richard, go ahead.
So Donnarumma, Robertson, Delight, Ramos, Walker, Kimmich, Modric, De Bruyne, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Lewandowski on the bench. Schmeichel, Alaba, Gareth Bale, Kalahanglu,
Sean Ugly.
that's it. And Zlatan. I wanted him to say his team first because I knew he had it.
Right. Okay.
Kalahanglu, some player. I was just going to call him the Turkish kebab, but then Ryan tried to teach me how to pronounce it. But as you can see,
Basically wrote it out. Jan Ugly.
what, like this here? But like it was sitting under the sticker book, so it got lost.
Right, my 16 men are Kasper Schmeichel, David Alaba, Sergio Ramos, Milan Skriniar, Joshua Kimmich, Marcelo Brozovic, Kevin De Bruyne, Kylian Mbappe, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Cristiano sorry, Çalhanoğlu.
That's him, yeah, that's him, yeah. He plays for Turkey, doesn't he? That's him. That's the way it says it in the book. That's my way.
It doesn't. Cristiano Ronaldo, Robert Lewandowski. Bench is Sommer, Lindelof, Frankie de Jong, Bale, and Kane. I wonder if there's any countries that nobody picked anything from. Nobody picked any team players from North Macedonia.
Anybody picking up Switzerland?
I have a Swiss sub keeper. Finland, you have a Finnish player. Russia?
No.
No. Ukraine, somebody did. Richard, no?
Gregory, do you have your team?
No.
I thought somebody had Zinchenko in, no?
No.
Czech
That's
Republic? You did? I suppose I had Modric plays for Czech Republic and Croatia.
Greg is Hungary.
Matt
has Italy.
Yes.
Slovakia.
No Slovakia.
No.
I have.
Oh, I do. Sorry. Skriniar. At
Everybody
the start, I had Dubravka in front of him as keeper, and then I sort of I forgot about Schmeichel. Remembered about Schmeichel, and he was obviously in. Sweden, I have Sweden, Poland, Slovakia, Portugal, France, Germany. Yeah, there's very few countries not represented there. That's fair. So to wrap it up, how do you think the Euros is going to go? Who's your team to watch? Greg?
For me, I think England will do something. I don't know if they'll win it, but I think they'll do well because they have a really young squad. Like Foden, Sancho, a load of young, really good players. So I think France, England, or I don't think Germany.
Portugal?
Depends how Bruno plays.
Exactly.
he hasn't started for Portugal in a while.
I don't really know. I haven't really watched that much international football. I haven't watched any of the Euros qualifiers. Really?
I'm gonna go out there and say who's gonna win it.
Oh, that's bold.
Yeah, just made my mind up there now.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it took.
Yeah.
I'd take 6 weeks to decide who's going to win it. But the day after the final.
Well, it's on the spot. I think
Even this bit will be edited back.
That's bold shout.
it was because they were so close in the Worlds, like in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Everybody thought they were bringing it home.
Yeah.
No, the UK thought they were going to bring it home.
Yeah. Do we know what the groups are yet?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What are who's in England's group?
There's a group of death, which I'm still not sure. Is it still the third team, the best place? Remember Northern Ireland, they scraped through. So they were like the third. There's only so many third team go through. So Group A is Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, Wales. Group B is Belgium, Denmark, Finland, Russia. Group C, Austria, Netherlands, North Macedonia and Ukraine. Group D, Croatia, Czech Republic, England and Scotland.
Go ahead. Go again. Czech Republic, England, Scotland,
Croatia.
Group
E, Poland, Slovakia, Spain and Sweden. Group F, this is a cracking group here. France, Germany, Portugal and Hungary.
Hungary to go through.
Absolutely.
But like, see,
For
to be
yourselves.
honest, on like, you just don't know. Well, no, it's
One of the favourites for the final.
well, you would expect if there is a third runner-up that the third runner-up's going to. But then the thing is, say the likes of Germany get beat by France and Germany, or France and Portugal, whoever, like they might not finish third runner-up. Say they draw against Hungary first game.
That's
Well,
one that could go down. And
Could be interesting. Do that one.
Yeah, that is an interesting group.
So
England should get out of their group pretty handy there.
But their games are in Wembley, so
Yeah, it's a
it
home game.
is a home game.
Northern
Home
Ireland,
advantage.
they would have had Spain, Poland or Switzerland, but Slovakia is in there instead. Holland, you expect them to get out of their group, brave and handy. Belgium, they're the same.
Who's in with Belgium?
Belgium have Denmark, Finland and Russia. Italy have Italy, Switzerland, Turkey and Wales, which is a very tight group. You wouldn't call Italy one of the big guns.
So
Not anymore.
No, you'd expect that. Like, there's a couple of levelers there, if you know what I mean. Just
Yeah.
depends what Wales team turns up.
Yeah, fair. So who's your team to win it?
Always, if Northern Ireland ever make a competition, I'm always after the Dutch.
Dutch.
I don't think they'll go out and win it, but I would always
All
follow
out to
it.
support them.
Yep.
Fair enough.
I can't.
So who
think-
do you think will win it then?
I think it's going to be a team in Group D.
Portugal, France, or
Or Germany.
Yes. Group D's Croatia, Czech Republic, England, Scotland.
Group D or
Group
Group
F.
E, Group F, is it? Remember?
Is it Group of Death? Whatever.
Group
it
of
is?
Death. Group F.
I would say Germany doesn't make it out of that group.
Yeah. Germany
Germany's a funny team at the minute.
Germany in finals and tournament
Since
don't
they
do
won it
it,
last.
yeah.
But I think
Bang average.
I think they can turn it on, but they can turn it on. Like the next, like we never mentioned Gnabry. There's a couple of our players in that Germany we never even mentioned tonight. That could
Yeah.
no like
This is their manager's last
yeah.
run on it too. He's getting replaced by Hansi Flick, isn't he?
Like there's a couple of big games there like early on. No,
Yeah. That's
all depends what way I'll not know what way their fixtures line up. Like if whoever plays Hungary first, you'd expect them to be in the driving seat because if they have 3 points in the board and the other two only have a draw or someone has a defeat, like straight away you're
Portugal.
under pressure.
Portugal playing first.
Do you? So if they get 3 points in the board and the other one's draw, whoever's in the driving seat
Yeah.
be interesting.
right. So you can't sit in the fence. Who's your team? Which one of the three is going to win it? Portugal, France, or Germany?
It's a hard call. I don't know. I really don't. I couldn't nail it.
I'm trying to pull this man off the fence. He won't come.
Well, it's not going to be Germany. I don't think.
I don't think it is
So
either.
It's-
you're toss up between
It's hard
France
to know.
and
Yeah.
Everybody couldn't see
Portugal.
Northern Ireland getting out of the grip in the Euros and they got out of it. So
True. Matthew, who's your dark horse and who's your
Or
not your dark horse, who's your team?
Belgium.
yeah?
Belgium were strong.
big Lukaku up front, no, another player whenever he
They're like third in the world still, aren't they? Rated.
Yep, they're a good side. So I would like England to win it, to be honest. But
You'd like them to win it?
Yeah, I like them. It's just we've got so many players that you watch week in week out. We've obviously a big Manchester United connection. I would like to win it, like Southgate and stuff like that, but I just don't think.
A lot of people don't rate Southgate.
I don't think they'll go the full way. They'll maybe get another semi-final.
They'll get the Germans in the semi-final, get beating penalties.
But I think Belgium's
It's a certain.
Belgium's one to look out for.
York 2000.
Hopefully England will get close, but I don't think much will get past the French.
No.
So
Fair.
I fancy the French to win it, with Belgium
Up there. you
up
know?
there.
I think I'm between Portugal and France, but I don't know why. I just got a feeling about Portugal. Like France are pretty unstoppable, but I think Portugal, they're pretty much all playing the Premier League almost. A lot of City players in there. Obviously you've got Bruno. You've got possibly the best player ever to do it.
Half the Wolves team.
Half the Wolves team. if there's not FIFA chemistry, we green links there. I don't know what is.
It's funny. It's funny when it goes to the actual tournament. Like, being at the last one and seeing some of the results. Like being in France, and France only did they draw against a team?
They drew against a reasonably. Was it Iceland?
No, begin with A. And who was it? Did they draw? They scored late on. I forget who it was, but they weren't. See, in the group stages, some teams don't take it deadly serious. They think they're going to get out of the group.
Mess about.
No, it's Wales. Look at how Wales done in the last Euros. Like,
It's the opening game that gets most teams.
it's going to be.
They're all psyched up going first game, and then they may not play well.
Yeah.
And then they've got getting themselves a lot to do in the last two games.
Like if Scotland turn up against England, you just don't know what could happen. No,
That's
it's a big game. Like, that sort of way.
Yeah.
It's a derby, like.
Yeah, but it's more than a derby. Even when you're going down to politics now, it's funny. It's like all them things took into it. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Battle of Braveheart.
But it's funny. Football is to predict the team at the very start. I find it tough with some of them squads.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough, and it seems as though everything's a wee bit more even. Like back in 2006 was the World Cup. Like you could pick Italy and France are the two best teams, near enough. Like,
A lot of teams are
at the
under
minute now,
change.
Everyone has a lot of good players, and like even the smaller, what you'd be known as the smaller teams, like
You'll see Germany, if this new manager takes over Germany, you'll see what. Didn't they stripped it right back the last time. They get knocked out of the last, was it World Cup or Euros a couple of years ago, and then they just came right through with under 21s.
Yeah.
And then built them up until, so you could see something like that happen.
Yeah. And then there's those teams that like everyone or very few people talk about but are always there or thereabouts. Like Croatia put England out last time, didn't they? And like they're never really talked about before tournament, but they're always.
Then was like Iceland
You
beat
don't want to play them.
England, didn't they, in the group stages?
Yeah.
Now they're not even in the
They're
tournament.
not in the tournament this year. Yeah, it's funny. International football's a funny thing, but I think I would, just for the sake of Cristiano Ronaldo and Bruno, I think I'd go Portugal, and I always love watching Spain, but I don't see anything to do with them this time at all.
I think the travelling will actually affect, not that it'll affect, but no way used to do, no way it's all over Europe.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened though, it might change a wee bit, but you have to change your camp. Like, I think if Northern Ireland were playing, they played 2 games in Dublin and then they played their last one in Spain. So you can imagine you're close to home and all of a sudden you're travelling away. Well, in France you had to move away about, but you're always in one country.
It's only,
and then with no fans as well, or maybe there is going to be fans in some stadiums and fans and not, could play a big part. So it'll be good to watch.
Yeah. I think Spain are going through too much of a transition period to even feature. But
Fabregas still playing, is he? No.
It could well be. It could well be.
It's not in the book.
I don't even know. If he's not in the book, he's not playing.
I thought he was a traitor.
But there you go. That is those are our teams for the Euros. Those are our picks for the Euros. Anything else to say, boys? Or we'll wrap this up.
That's us.
That's us. Thank you very much for watching. Tell us down in the comments what you guys think. Who's your team? Is Dan James the greatest player ever to touch football? Probably not. Does he make the team? Questionable.
I thought you were going to say they're probably not.
there's a chance he's in the squad, like, so fair enough. Tell us what you think, who your team is. Write it down in the comments. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you later.
Post Dan James.